Friends, I'd like to tell you a very good story which touched my heart. Let us begin. What would you do? You make the choice. Don't look for a punchline. There's not one. Just listen it anyway. My question is, would you have made the same choice? At a fundraising dinner for a school that serves children with learning disabilities, the father of one of the students delivered a speech that would never be forgotten by all who attended. After extolling the school and its dedicated staff, he offered a question. When not interfered with by outside influence, everything nature does is done with perfection. Yet my son Alex cannot learn things as other children do. He cannot understand things as other children do. Where is the natural order of things in my son? The audience was still by the query. The father continued, I believe that when a child like Alex, who was mentally and physically challenged, comes into the world, an opportunity to realize true human nature presents itself, and it comes in the way other people treat that child. Then he told the story. Alex and I had walked past a park where some boys Alex knew were playing baseball. Alex asked, do you think they will let me play? I knew that most of the boys would not want someone like Alex on their team. But as a father, I also understood that if my son were allowed to play, it would give him a much needed sense of belonging and some confidence to be accepted by others in spite of his handicaps. I just approached one of the boys on the field and asked, not expecting much, if Alex could play. The boy looked around for guidance and said, we are losing by 6 runs and the game is in the 8th inning. I guess he can be on our team and we'll try to put him into bat in the ninth innings. Alex struggled over to the team's bench and with a broad smile put on a team shirt. I watched with a small tear in my eye and warmth in my heart. The boy saw my joy at my son being accepted. In the bottom of the 8th inning, Alex's team scored a few runs but was still behind 3. In the top of the ninth inning, Alex put on a glove up and played in the right field. Even though no hits came his way, he was obviously ecstatic just to be in the game and on the field, grinning from ear to ear as I waved to him from the stands. In the bottom of the ninth inning, Alex's team scored again. Now, with 2 outs and the bases loaded, the potential winning run was on base, and Alex was scheduled to be next at bat, next at batting. At this juncture, do they let Alex bat and give away their chance to win the game? Surprisingly, Alex was given the bat. Everyone knew that a hit was all but impossible because Alex didn't even know how to hold the bat properly, much less connect with the ball. However, as Alex stepped up to the plate, the pitcher, recognizing that the other team was putting winning aside for this moments in Alex's life, moved in a few steps to lob the ball in softly so Alex could at least make contact. The first pitch came. Alex swung clumsily and missed. The pitcher again took a few steps forward to toss the ball softly towards Alex. As the pitch came in, Alex swung at the ball and hit a slow ground ball right back to the pitcher. The game would now be over. The pitcher picked up the soft grounder and could have easily thrown the ball to the first baseman. Alex would have been out and that would have been the end of the game. Instead, the pitcher threw the ball right over the first baseman's head out of reach of all teammates. Everyone from the stands and both teams started yelling, Alex, run to first, run to first. Never in his life had Alex ever run that far. but he made it to first base. He scampered down the baseline, wide eyed and startled. Everyone yelled, "Run to second, run to second." Catching his breath, Alex awkwardly ran towards second, gleaming and struggling to make it to the base. By the time Alex rounded towards second base, the right fielder and had the ball. This right fielder was the smallest guy on their team who now had his first chance to be the hero for this team. He could have thrown the ball to the second baseman for the tag, but he understood the pitcher's intention, so he too intentionally threw the ball high and far over the third baseman's head. Alex ran towards third base deliriously as the runners ahead of him circled the base towards home. All were screaming, "Alex, Alex, all the way, Alex." Alex reached third base because the opposing shortstop ran to help him by turning him in the direction of the third base and shouted, "Run to third! Alex, run to third!" As Alex rounded third, the boys from both teams and the spectators were on their feet screaming, "Alex, run home, run home." Alex ran to home, stepped on the plate, and was cheered as the hero who hit the grand slam and won the game for his team. That day, said the father softly, with tears now rolling down his face, the boys from both teams helped bring a piece of true love and humanity into this world. Alex didn't make it to another summer. He died that winter, having never forgotten being the hero and making me so happy and coming home and seeing his mother tearfully embrace her little hero of the day. A wise man once said, "Every society is judged by how it treats its least fortunate amongst them." May your day be a Alex day. May God bless everyone who decides to pass this on. Thank you. This is Dr. Sachitra. I felt emotional while I was just studying, reading through these lines. So I thought, why not to have this experience with all you people. Thank you very much. This is Dr. Sachitra signing out. Thank you.